fresh favorites from Fry's. Fry's, fresh for everyone.
I like to smell my beard after a really good meal. Do you?
Give me a sec, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I'm having video issues. Who would have guessed it? Eli, technical difficulties. Never would have seen that coming. Oh, wait, hold on. I think it's finally working. Oh! Abort! Abort! I'm projecting the same screen! Classic, ladies and gentlemen, classic. Give me 1 second. Oh, and what do you know? My face disappears when that happens. Classic. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. What is this nonsense? What is this nonsense? Everything was running, well, nah, that's a lie. Everything was not running smooth. So my camera that I usually use keeps force closing itself on the image. So every time I try and pull it up, it literally just keeps force closing it. So it's not letting me pull up my face cam. So I'm really enjoying it, as per usual, ladies and gentlemen. Eli is having the best technical difficulties of his entire life. So yeah, really thrilling, exciting thing so far. Really thrilling and exciting thing so far. Give me 1 hot second, ladies and gentlemen. I profusely apologize. I don't know why my camera keeps force closing on me, but it does. Please work. What are you doing? Maybe it'll work. Finally. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have progress being made. Finally. Holy crap. I'm so sorry about that, guys. All right. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. As always, if you don't know, my name is Eli with Pokémon USA. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our Q&A live session days. So if you, of course, are interested, you just can't make this stuff up, right? So if you are interested in, of course, asking any sort of questions related to anything Pokemon, specifically, you can ask away. I know the video is titled that of the previous video that I posted, and that is purely just because I usually don't have the time to go through the Q&As that people ask me throughout the comment section. So this is specifically for any of you all that are curious about just what the last topic was that you had questions for. But like I said, you know, no fret, you can ask anything and everything you want. It doesn't even have to be Pokemon related, but we're going to try and still keep it on theme. But if you don't already know, we do weekly giveaways. All you have to do to enter is leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've got multiple winners every week as well, and multiple opportunities to win since you can comment and like on each video to enter yourself in multiple times. But jumping into it for today, we're of course always going to give a little bit of a shout out to those who are here as it stands right now. Shout out to Big Papa. Why does it feel so weird when I just read comments like that? It's like when I read Scratch'em, I always just say Scratch'em. I never say the first part of it just because I always feel like, I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean. But nice to see Papa. Tyrone is here. And he did buy some of the breaks. Spent like $10. What a poser. What a poser. Pika Pika's here. Are the Pokemon Center... well, I'll read that for a second. Steven. Nice to see you, Steven. Scratch'em's also here. So he gets that. Unvault Secrets. Good to see you. Lord Narwhal, my man. Good to see you here as well. And Patrick. So shout out to you folks that are here so far. So I'm really excited to be jumping into it. Scratch says, oh, I know. I notice you. I notice what you do every time. He's like, it's not unobvious what you do, but hey, I'm here for the monetization. Thank you very much. I'm here for the monetization. I'm obviously making big bucks off of these videos. You know me, not cussing so I can make $5. Like, I don't know. You know, just keeping it kid friendly. That's how I just like to keep things, but you already know that. And then sometimes I have my moments when I'm digesting 40, McChickens. It causes me to go crazy, but oh, look, is the audio or is the video going in and out? Oh, no, video's looking good. Cool. Sweet. But yeah, so for those of you guys, do you, let me ask, or let me answer some questions. Did you sell a Celebration ETBs? Hopefully, you managed to sell them near the peak on your latest video. Let's actually break it down. Let's break it down. Sorry, a little bit of a reference. Celebrations Elite. So we'll go Celebrations Elite, and we'll pull it up on the second screen, as per usual. What are the prices for them right now? Let's take a look. So what was the high? The high was 116. Yeah, bro, I sold it for the high. I mean, they're not really gone down much. They're down at 110. I mean, I sold them at 115. I sold them at 115. So it would have been a $5 difference from when I sold them. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I did sell them at the high, but it obviously wasn't going to make that big of a factoring in terms of the overall value difference. Oh, I lost $5 extra, but I sound smooth. Hey, I appreciate that. What are your guys' thoughts on the new thumbnail? Shout out to Jayon, by the way, on that. We're going to start using my face more to build more of a brand. I told you, we're going to continuously keep improvements for the channel. Obviously, we've got better backdrop, we've got better lighting, we've got better audio. We're, in my opinion, getting better with the thumbnail. So, curious what your guys' thoughts are. But yeah, let's Tyrone did not buy enough of Steam Siege. I will say, donated like $10. What a scamazzer. Didn't even put his whole life savings on it. It's all a sham. It's a ruse. It was so funny too. I remember reading Tyrone's comment at one point being like, hey, I didn't just bail. I thought it was so funny. Are the Pokemon Center flat brass ornaments a buy at $0? I've been picking them up with my special delivery charger. Let me put it for you this way, man. Anytime, Steven, historically, that I've seen product from the Pokemon Center that's free at the time, it ends up going up in value drastically as a specialty item. Like, I remember when I first got the Lapras floaty for like cans, like soda cans or beer cans or anything. I got it for free because I just happened to have the code still pre-registered in my cart, and then they shipped it to me. I was like, oh, this is cool. I wonder how much this is worth. $35. I'm like, $35? Really? For a Lapras mini can for your like sodas? I'm like, okay, $35, which of course, I never opened it or haven't used it. One, because I don't drink soda or beer, but two, because I just want to keep it just to keep it collected, because I don't know. It seems like one of those cool products just to have. I mean, what am I, desperate for $35? I don't know. Will the Charizard alternate art rise? Well, I mean, which alternate are we talking about here? There's 4. You just can't make this up, right? But all good, bro. I understand. I was able to get Sword and Shield ETBs for $25. Hey, there you go, Blaziken. That's a big deal. Hey, that's a sweet deal, dude. I had messaged you on Discord about a post from Safari Zone. I wanted to know your thoughts on it. It would affect the Sword and Shield game significantly, Spencer messaged me on Discord. Spencer, what is your name on Discord? Because I can answer that question for you right here if I can go read it. Just let me know what your name is under it. Where do you feel that hidden dates? Hidden dates? Wow, what's that set? That seems kind of special. What do you think Hidden Fates is heading towards in 2023? I believe it's been stagnant price wise this year. It's been stagnant since its reprint. So if you don't know, Hidden Fates was pushing roughly around $300+ in ETB, which is crazy. Haven't seen that kind of upward price since, just going sideways since it was obviously getting its reprint. No data. The stream will end shortly unless you restart the streaming software. What do you mean restart the streaming software? Why? Why freeze on me? What did I do wrong? Oh, it says I got excellent connection. I was lied to. Maybe? Maybe not. Who knows? I want to keep talking, but I feel like I'm frozen here, and I don't know why. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Bro, my whole computer's playing the freeze game right now. Whoa. What is going on? Whoa. What? Bro, my whole screen is white. I am not on Wi-Fi. I am on a wired connection. I can promise you boys that. I am definitely not back on Wi-Fi. However, I am on a blank screen, so I have no clue what's going on right now. Wow, this is new. This is fun, guys. This is fun. I don't know what to say. This is a new problem here. Please bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping things are going to start loading in a second here. Okay, so my camera force crashed on itself, so that's fun. We got that going for us. Love the force crash on the camera. Oh, but wait a second. Wait. I'm back. Oh. I think I'm back. I think. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, is the camera display working? No, it is not. Jesus loves me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. How does that happen? I literally just go blank screen. I've never had that happen before. Sorry, I just joined probably. Definitely not you, man. Definitely not you. My screen's not white anymore, at least. Jesus loves me. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, we're good now. We're good. Everything looks like it's fine. I think. At least on my end it is. Oh my gosh. Alright, where was I? Where was I a second ago? Sorry about that. We should be good now. Spencer. Yes, Spencer says his name is Spencer. Who would have guessed it? Alright, well, let me look at recent chats, Spencer. Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing something from you. So it must have been a while ago. Okay, so it says I have 0 message history with you, Spencer. So unless you sent me the message a while ago, I have 0 message history, or you sent it to the wrong thing. Did I read you? I messaged you on Discord about a post from Safari. Yeah, was it a personal PM, or was it something you messaged in the chat? But to answer your question, Stainless, because we were talking about Hidden Fates, obviously. I would say, personally, when it comes to Hidden Fates, the biggest thing with that is, obviously, it had its reprint. It went down from like $300 all the way down to like 80 at its cheapest for the most part. And then you saw like some sideways action, which we're still continuing to see as it stands right now. I would say to follow that, it's entirely possible that in 2023 you could see upwards movement, especially considering it will be out of a full rotational set at that point. So it's no longer like, you know, just one rotational set of being away, but it's now 2. So presumably I would have to say there's an argument to be made there with that. That it's got a high possibility it'll start having volume, but you know, I could be 100% off base with that. But I mean, it's been such a good deal for the longest time, sitting at like 120, 130 a booster box. I know that might sound expensive to a lot of people, but that's a really good deal for such a high demand set, in my personal opinion. That's what I think. I could have gone to PC celebrations for 75, but passed. Oh, that's tough, dude. I'm sorry about that. Wrath said I DM'd you trying to place orders. You taking orders yet? I am. You want to ping me again, just so that I make sure that I get your message this time. I might have missed it, Wrath, because I'm definitely taking orders. I've already taken 3 orders so far, and I have another customer I'm actually helping through taking orders on. I still remember the time you kept asking people to grab them while they were still on PC. Glad I did. Yeah, PK, I wouldn't shut up about it. I was telling people all the time, like, guys, you got to go pick up the PC ETBs. You got to go pick up the PC ETBs. Like, they are such a good deal right now. Please pick up the PC ETBs. Like, I would say the things that I talked about the most in terms of the best value to pick up that I wouldn't shut up about, it was the PC ETBs for celebrations, and it was the Evolving Skies booster boxes. Those were the things that I said you got to pick them up, especially when it was at $100. I wouldn't shut up about it. So, which, you know, hindsight's always 20/20 for a lot of people looking back on it. But I think I really enjoyed yesterday's video. It was really like a kind of just a video and review, really just discussing what, just discussing like some of the things that I talked about over the year going into 2022. So it's definitely nice to see that for the most part it panned out pretty well. Why are those PSA 10 Japanese jungles so cheap compared to English? $300 for Snorlax Hollow? That's crazy, and they're still low pop. I would say that because I could be 100% off, TT. I first got to ask, which ones in reference are you talking about? Oh, here, Spencer. Spencer sent me the message too, before I get into what you were saying, TT. Do you have some examples? If you want to message me on Discord, I can read it. People have asked me for Lost Origins Silver Tempest boxes so many times in the past week that it got Dan and I and myself thinking. So here's our thoughts, and this is it. A few weeks ago, TCPI put out an email to distros that Silver Tempest is already out of print. Interesting, very quick after release. They announced the borders are moving to silver instead of yellow scarlet. Interesting. We did not get a massive 4-quarter dump this year like many's prior. No big restock in booster box at all, but there was plenty of not so ultra premium Zards. Distros are sold out of any Sword and Shield boxes, most like the Steams. With all the unknown, we've got thinking and came to this conclusion. There may not be any further stock of Sword and Shield era. Here, I can actually share this. We can actually share this image for anyone who also wants to read it as well. So this is from Safari Zone. There it says, let me zoom out a little bit too so it's easier for people to read. Don't know why it was at 400, but it was. With all this known, we got to think of the conclusion there may not be any further stock for Sword and Shield booster boxes. The TPCI is now using silver border cardstock and using Crown Zenith to run out the last year of stock they have. What does this mean for Sword and Shield booster box eras? Well, if our tinfoil hat conversations at 2 a.m. in bed is correct, it means that booster boxes will go up in value very fast as the supply is just not available to meet demand. It means that shop and investors have left on hand is that there's no more coming. It means every time you all rip a booster box, a streamer rips 100 packs, the value goes up on sealed product. As an investor myself, I've been able to play mental game. Do I hold? Do I pass up today's profits for tomorrow's gains? Do I wipe all my product? Blah, blah. Do I make deals, things to obtain every booster box I can from each set? With these 1 through 4 facts, I believe to think Dan and I have lost our minds. Do you think we might be onto something? Do you think we're just going crazy? Tell us your thoughts. Remember, there's nothing official. This is all just 2 a.m. discussions. Okay, so basically, for those of you guys that are curious, I actually made a video about this not that long ago, about my tinfoil hat conclusion. So I had discussed this on the video where I said, is this the end for booster boxes under $100? Because I was under a personal belief that it was entirely possible based off of what they are saying. It could be true. My only pushback I would say to that, because obviously, you know, although their sentiment is very much something I've thought about and I think it's entirely possible, my only pushback to that would be Pokemon is very much about the player base. And so for me, it wouldn't make sense for them not to reprint any of these products. The only way it would make sense if hypothetically this were to happen, and this might sound mind-blowing, it would be possible where they have a second print of like Evolving Skies, Lost Origin, all these things, and they were silver border second prints. So like you could entirely see an Evolving Skies booster box reprint, but all of the packs are silver borders. And if that's true, I think that would be insane, because then you now have a 2-wave. It's almost like bringing back the first edition, second edition era, because now you've got silver borders for Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, Battle Styles, all these sets that are in rotation, right? And that's what I think is entirely possible if you want to really put the tinfoil hat on, if that's an approach in which I think you have to consider in that regard, because I think it's not out of the question. I think it's out of the question whether or not they're going to do reprints or not. It doesn't make sense for them not to, because if they truly do care about the player base, then they're obviously going to have to take that into consideration with Evolving Skies. So in their mind, how do they make Evolving Skies, how do they make that to where it's affordable for the player? Which also would be crazy to think about, though, too, because overall, if you are someone that then says to yourself, okay, I do care about the player, right? Like, what is the print? How does the print drastically change things for those that are trying to get Evolving Skies for cheaper, right? Like, are you saying to yourself it devalues the silver borders out the gate? Like, what is the value of the Evolving Skies booster box with the silver borders going to look like, So there's a lot of things to really think about with that. It's definitely quite interesting. Either way, I'm not personally afraid of a reprint one way or another. But I would definitely say that it's entirely possible that you could see the second wave around of this Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, Battle Styles product having silver borders for the Sword and Shield Air product. Of course, there's no guarantee to it, but it's definitely something interesting to talk about. Pokemon Alt Arts will drop, in your opinion? I mean, they've been dropping for a while, man. Alt Arts have started to kind of go up in value. If you've noticed, everything's going up in value, though, guys. I mean, let's go take a look at just the recent list of sealed product going on under the best-selling page on TCG, right? If we just go and look at the sealed product of what's been just selling, wow, that's weird. Why is it not showing what I wanted to show? Am I tripping out, guys? I think it's showing relevance for some reason. Here, let me exit out one quick second. And we can go back and take a look. Man, is my face cam going in and out, by the way? I keep seeing it going in and out on the delay. So that's fun that we're seeing a lot of delays for that. But what would you invest in with GameStop sales right now? I mean, that's pretty simple. Not financial advice, obviously, but I'm a huge fan of the Zekrom Pikachu box. For $30, that's such a good deal. All right, here we go. Now the sealed product's popping up that I wanted to pop up. All right, so if we look at it, guys, look at prices on things. Silver Tempest, like, it found its bottom at $100 here, and it's now at 106, right? And then if you're talking about general best-selling products going on right now, what is happening to the TCG player page? Because look at this. It's showing packs as the main top product under the best selling. So either their UI is glitched right now, or you've started to see a drastic shift in panicking sentiment based off the fact that, hey, this is it for singles. Because Lost Origin 113 for booster box. Chilling Reign 106. Even Astral Radiance is chilling above $100. I mean, we can obviously go and check eBay because eBay is going to have better prices, right? So let's go take a look, right? Let's go see where is Silver Tempest booster boxes. Probably going to be at 96 still, I would presume. So I wouldn't everyone start panicking yet. Or maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe I am 100% wrong. Yeah, I mean, look at these prices, guys. It's now at 107. 105. Like, you're seeing a drastic shift in the market right now, whether it be on eBay or TCG Player. Like, this is not just one thing. And yeah, even on distributors, you're seeing the exact same thing happen on distributor pages. Yeah, this is, I don't know, guys. There's a lot of questions to be had. And in all honesty, like, the Pokemon Company definitely needs to kind of figure some things out. Like, I think it's a right step in the direction of what they're doing. But with that being said, they need to come to a resolution here very soon because LGSs need to survive. And although you can sit here and say, well, LGSs have other card games, right? Well, yes, but have you seen what's going on with Magic 30th? Like, it's not going well right now. So, like, I would definitely say that you're going to have to be able to take that into consideration when looking at, you know, how things are going. And there are other businesses, too, that are LGSs that are Pokemon exclusive. So, I don't know. There's just a lot of things I feel like need to happen with the Pokemon company that are not happening right now. Yeah, my camera keeps freezing in and out. I'm honestly going to switch cameras here, guys. I'll probably switch cameras here if it keeps just freezing, because since the video is going in and out. Yeah, I'm switching cameras here. I'm just sick and tired of this freezing. I don't know why we're having such issues here today, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I apologize. Yeah, Brilliant Star needs a reprint. No mention of Evolving Sky. Yeah, no, guys, it's crazy right now. It is, it's crazy to say the least. Brilliant Stars, I got 100 sleeves for GameStop of 25% off. Like, we haven't got reprint news. Yeah, I know. Like, that's the crazy thing, too, is, guys, think about what my channel is. Like, my channel for the longest time has been, yo, it's Eli, the insider information news guy for reprints. When was the last time you guys have heard me talk anything about reprints? Like, not at all. So the fact of the matter is that you haven't heard anything. It's definitely a little concerning to me, both from my business perspective on what I can obviously offer to the hobby, but also it's concerning too because, you know, you're having to make it a huge transitional shift as a business and seeing how that affects the market. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a little bit lower quality, but not much, hopefully. But I apologize for the visual change. There we go. But I don't know, guys. It's definitely concerning. It's definitely concerning, to say the least. Yeah, Astral Radiance and Lost Origin, they had small resupplies, but nothing really worth having a conversation about. You know? Like, that's kind of the scariest part of it all. I got 5 Evolving Skies ETBs and 2 full sets of EV Premium collections yesterday at Wally's World. Nice. Shout out to you on that one. Guess I'm too uncultured to see a quality difference. Well, I am glad at least, Lord Narwhal. I am glad at least. I mean, let's look at Astral Radiance. This will be a good tell. Astral Radiance booster box, right? What's the most recent sale for Astral Radiance booster boxes? Because this is a huge tell. I mean, we've been sitting here with Astral Radiance booster boxes this entire time, and we know that the value has always been under $100, right? It's been the one that I've told you guys, okay, so it's still sitting at least $98, but still, it was 92 like a week ago. Like, prices are going up. Eli's point being, even so-called cheap sets are going up for price. Yeah, no, that's exactly what my point is, TT. Like, I agree with, don't get me wrong, TT. Obviously, I agree with you. First priority needs to be Evolving Skies. It needs to be Brilliant Star. Yes. But what I am saying is that based off of our general market sentiment, it is concerning the fact of the matter that, hey, man, listen, I understand that, like, you know, there's high demand for Evolving Skies and Brilliant Star, and we want those reprinted, but while we're waiting for a reprint of those, we're not getting any sort of information about any of these other sets that are just going up in value and were underprinted. Like, my allocation amount for my other distributors, it hasn't changed much, but it hasn't increased at all. And that's what's concerning to me. Because continuously, I usually get an increase in the amount of booster boxes that I get. This time around, it doesn't seem that way, so it's concerning. It's definitely concerning to me personally. It's a little scary. Now, do I think that Pokemon has a plan? Of course I think they have a plan, because what does Pokemon love doing? They love printing things into the ground and making money off of it. Do I think it's entirely possible that they can change that method? Yeah, but do I think it's likely? No, because this isn't Pokemon Japan. Let's think of Pokemon America like this, right? And I'm about to offend a lot of people right now. When it comes to brands, right? Or maybe I don't offend people with this joke, but when it comes to brands, right? You've got the originals and you've got the knockoffs, right? The best burger out there, no questions about it. Obviously, it's the king of McD's. And then you've got the knockoff Burger King. Sure, right? You say to yourself that, you know, the McDanks is the king of kings. Like, everyone wants the McDonald's, aka Japanese product. But we print the crap out of Burger King product, and so prices are cheaper. And there's still a decent demand enough for somehow Burger King to stay in business. I think that's the most comparable way to look at it when talking about Japanese versus English product. Japanese product is extremely high demand, and it's extremely low. Hey, McDonald's, maybe that wasn't a bad comparison, because Japanese Pokemon product's really good quality, and I don't know if I can say the same about McDonald's. But you guys understand my comparison. I'm trying to say general knockoff value, right? You've got like, hey, this is the best Japanese product, print quality is great, silver borders are great, they've got the formula down, but they're not printing as much, and they're extremely high demand, and they have a formula that works for them, right? Which is they can sell less and make more. Versus with the US, it's they have to sell more to try and catch up, because us having a different market compared to that in Japan, in the United States, our market is very much driven by that market incentive to offer the best product value price-wise. And so I think that it's entirely possible that you're going to say you can see the transitional shift in terms of the quality of product, because English is trying to be more like Japan, because you hear people love Japan product and quality and so on and so forth. But in terms of their print structure, it doesn't make sense to me why they would try and change that, just because, you know, USA is such a different culture in that regard. Christmas shopping raising prices, I don't know, man. I don't know. And there's also another question to be asked too, like, what is the implications with inflation, right? Because we all know that prices are going to be raised, right? I talked to one of my distributors today, and he said, we can't control it. It's just the reality of the situation. The Pokemon company is going to be raising prices, right? And that's completely understandable, inflation-wise, and it sounds like prices are going to go up from like 85 to like 87, or 86 to 88, depending upon your distributor, or some 88 to 90. Understandable. But the still concern of that is, okay, well, that's great and all. Now give me product I can buy at that price, because it's not there. It's not there for distributors to buy. So it's definitely a question of concern for sure. And it's been one for a while, right? And I even told you guys, like, in terms of my product I've been pushing out for content, like, I've been trying to figure some things out about the channel, because what do I do if a big portion of what I talk about, insider information, goes away, which is reprints, right? Like, because we haven't had any sort of reprint news for months. And that was a small reprint, like a tiny inkling of reprint news. So it's definitely something that has to be discussed. AR booster boxes for $79 on Black Friday. And that's the thing though, because I don't know if you guys were here for this when I mentioned it, but here's what I said. My prediction was, I said that you're going to see deals on Black Friday. And I said either two things are going to happen. Either one, you're going to see a reprint for product right before Black Friday and prices are going to tank. And you're going to see the best deals that we got since last year. That's one of my predictions. I said that could potentially happen. Obviously didn't come to fruition. What was my alternative prediction? My alternative prediction is that you're going to see prices be good. You're going to get some Black Friday deals, but it's not going to be as good as last year, but you'll be happy that you got these deals. And then until a reprint happens, prices are going to skyrocket because it just makes sense. You haven't had a large reprint or reprint of any product in general recently. You have a large flood of product being dumped off at cheap prices. And so then what is the new market adjustment to that? Is supply is dwindling, prices are going up because the demand hasn't changed. How do we balance this out with supply? So the second half of what I potentially said could happen is happening. And I don't want it to be the one that's happening, but it is. And you're starting to see the fruition of that. And until we get reprint news, this might sound concerning or crazy because it is, but I would not be surprised if we started a drastic climb of Lost Origin booster box products to 120, 130, 140. And then what could potentially happen with that is the Pokemon company says, hey, we're going to let these things climb because we know that inflation is going to play a huge factor and we want a new reality in terms of our expectation for what minimum pricing is going to be. And the Pokemon company is setting that up so that they're not reprinting it, so that prices are going to be at that $80, $90 price point that people are comfortable with. I'm not saying that's what's realistically going to happen, but at the same exact time, it's almost being set up to where that's a possibility at this point. So it's definitely concerning, but we will see the direction in which the Pokemon company is going to go with that. CPI today showed inflation was under expectations. A few things have railed today after that. Here, let's take a look at the CPI report. I know a lot of you guys probably that are just Pokemon collectors, investors, don't really care about this, but this is extremely important for you guys to understand for the CPI report today. So stocks close higher on cooler inflation report, notches a second gain. Price gains slow more than expected. Love to see that. Shout out to the New York Times. Probably going to ask me to pay for a subscription. Hopefully not. So yeah, I mean, inflation cooled notably. So it's at a 7%, right? Obviously it was at 9% at its high, not too long ago. So it looks like it's at now in November is at 7.1%. That is positive. You want it to be down. But here's the ultimate question, guys. Look at how quickly the rise of inflation has been since then, and this is just the first downtick, right? Look at what happened back in the 80s. It might be hard to see because this is so zoomed out, but there was drop-offs like right here, very small drop-offs before it just climbed up. There is an entirely possible result that could lead inflation to continue to climb. And I don't think it's that unrealistic to say that we could see inflation realistically just be stagflationary for the next year or so, because with, current administration, direction, I would say that there's definitely a lack of, what's the word I'm looking for, care when it comes to getting spending under budget. To be fair, that's how it has been every administration for the past 20 years. I think the last president to have a balanced budget was under the Clinton administration. So America in general is the stereotypical American. Let me use my credit card for that. Like it's straight up what we're doing. And if we're just going to keep passing legislation that's just going to keep running up the budget, then what do you think is going to happen? I mean, inflation's just going to go up higher. Who would have guessed it? Crazy. So, but I mean, it's entirely possible that, things are just looking fine for now, but they're just going to get worse later. So it's hard for me to say that I'm very much pessimistic, or I'm very much optimistic still. I'm still very pessimistic in that regard. Will the next set be switching to Japanese border colors instead of yellow? Yes, Yang. The next era, Scarlet and Violet, Yang. I don't know if the next set is going to switch to silver. If I'm correct, Scarlet and Violet is going to be it. John Doe says, funny Eli and Danny Phantom must have drawn attention to celebrations. I was about to buy more Dark Sylveon boxes, but now out of stock. I'm guessing that was the last retail Celebrations product available. Well, John, I mean, you've been following me for a while, man. You know where I've been on Celebrations product. I've been sitting on it forever, dude. Like, I literally said with Celebrations product for the Charizard, Lance's Charizard, and for the Sylveon boxes, I have not shut up about those non-stop saying, hey, it's in stock, pick it up. Hey, it's in stock, pick it up. Hey, it's in stock, pick it up. I mean, when it comes to the product that I recommend you guys pick up, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, I do not shut up about it. I am consistently harping, guys. Hey, guess what? Arceus V figure collections, guys. These are going to do good. These are going to do good. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Hey, guys, Sylveon V boxes and the Charizard Lance's boxes, they're in stock at Walmart. They're in stock at Walmart. Just keep buying it. Just keep buying it. Just keep buying it. And if you pay attention to these kind of things, and you listen, obviously not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but you can take obviously into account that for those people that were listening to me when I was talking about the Arceus V figure collection, there's obviously been a huge payout for it. Because in terms of one of the biggest insider information things we discussed was we know there was a rinse and repeat method when it came to the special delivery Charizard code. And it was at $25 for the longest time on the Pokemon Center website. If you took advantage of that and got yourself a $5 code, went and got yourself the the Charizard special delivery code, which was worth $40 to $50, you flipped it, made your money back, and also basically had this pay for itself. This was free profit at the end of the day. And it's been $25 and it's now sitting at $38 today. Like, this product is not stopping. So same thing happens when it's in stock with Celebrations product. I don't shut up about it. Said the same thing when Evolving Skies went to $100. I said the same thing when there was a huge restock for Celebrations specialty ETBs on the Pokemon Center website. Like, if there is a product that I absolutely love and I'm not going to shut up about it, then I'm going to let you guys know. Obviously, I said that in terms of booster box investments, Silver Tempest is one of my favorite ones to pick up. I still am a huge fan of Silver Tempest. However, obviously, you didn't hear me harp about it forever and saying it was my favorite pickup or my favorite investment for the year. Because it wasn't. It was one of my favorite booster box investments in terms of if you looked at the general price value for everything across the board compared to it. It just made the most sense because it had a hugely strong character value to it. But that doesn't change the fact of the matter that there were still so many good opportunities readily available in the market, you know? So that's something that I, of course, take into consideration. With that, TCG Stadium sent me $400 order twice. Lost Origin Build Battle for $23 and Air Battles for $20. So now I got loads of Build Battle. So then they accidentally double shipped to you, Southern Rainbow. So they just got scammed. Evolving Skies booster box prices, a 2028 price prediction, $1,500. All right, guys. So for today's video, we're gonna make price predictions on Evolving Skies. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. This is financial advice. I am a financial advisor. Evolving Skies going to $1 million next year. 5 head, big brain. You know it's true. It's happening. I've got my crystal ball right in front of me. You might not see it. It's invisible, but I can see the future. No, honestly, as far as it goes with Evolving Skies, it's gonna get a reprint. The question is it gonna get a reprint with silver borders or not? That's the crazy thing to consider. Double ship Southern Rainbow? Jesus loves me. Hey, be a nice person. Let him know. I know you might not agree with that statement, but I think morally speaking. The Arceus V figure collection is the one I remember the most clearly. That is because it was my number one pickup for 2022. If you want to talk about my number one pickup for 2022, that was the one I would not shut up about, the Arceus V figure. So, and I feel great, guys, because considering it's been out since May, so about 6 months roughly, and it's already gone up over 50% in value, your boy feels good. When I hit on an investment, it feels so good. Don't get me wrong, I'll hit on an investment for the most part because it's pretty hard to miss on an investment because, time and scarcity, it's going to go up at some point, 10-20% value. But for it to go up 50% value and to hit on that one in 6 months, 50% value, That's a really good short-term game, especially too when we're comboing that with the Charizard, bro. That's free tendies indeed, baby. Free tendies indeed. Your average player, we upped the thumbnail game. Yes, sir, baby. Yeah, I'm stoked about the new thumbnails. Shout out to Jay on that one. Did you see prices going on the Nest Ball almost overnight after it announced that it's coming back in the new set? I did not hear about that. That's interesting. Southern Rainbow says the Premier Balls at Pokemon Center have Cosmic Eclipse currently. Well, what's interesting, Southern Rainbows, is Premier Balls has more than just Cosmic. We've also seen some older XY product that we've seen come available. 2 as well. I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but of course, this goes for those in the Discord. I might as well leak it now because obviously this is what my channel is all about, giving you guys a little bit of insider information. But if you're not a part of the Discord, I highly recommend you join because under our deals that are going on, there has been a little bit of interesting information that we have discovered. There are some older theme decks that we have decided or that we have discovered when purchasing have older packs inside of them. So if you are, of course, interested in checking out which of those theme decks have the packs inside of them, I would highly recommend you go join the Discord and check out the deals channel. Also, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you want to enter into our weekly giveaways. But reprints on lower MSRP product. My financial advisor made me pick up a case of RQSV. Steven. That's so funny. Reprint on lowest MSRP product. I mean, I'm saying it's entirely possible, Southern, that they just say, hey, we're not going to reprint it because we're going to let it ride to MSRP. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but silver border reprints would be awesome. I knew you were a financial advisor pretending to be on a YouTuber. That's it. You caught me. Got him in the act. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. This entire time you've been saying you're not a financial advisor, but this entire time you've been doing nothing but giving me financial advice. I knew it. I saw through your escapade this entire time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about if we were to get a reprint for it. I definitely don't know how it would feel. Yeah, thanks to you, Northwoods, I grabbed a case of Arceus V. It's close to $20. Heck yeah, Pika. Love to see that. One thing I do want to say quickly, just get your guys' opinion on things. So I've recently been discussing about bringing back consistent breaks. I know my whole thing with breaks is I do a monthly whenever a new set release comes out. Or not monthly, but I would do it when a new set release comes out. Well, with the expansion of the distributors list that we have now, because of course, us opening our LGS a couple months back, we now have gotten some new distributors. I now have access to more Pokemon product. As crazy as that sounds, considering everything's going out of stock, but I was able to acquire some Pokemon product. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. What would your thoughts be if I started off transitioning into doing regular Pokemon breaks? So it's no longer every new set release, but we're going to start off with once a month. And then if the demand for that is extremely high, then we'll just do twice a month. Demand for that is high, we'll do 3, and then once a week. Once a week will be the max. But I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are with that. So because I am considering starting to do it a monthly deal. And one of the ones that I'm considering doing for to start is I was thinking about doing a Silver Tempest booster box break, or just, a Silver Tempest break. And I was going to charge packs at $2.60. Prices obviously have gone up, so I can't do my traditional $2.50. I can do $2.60. So yeah, if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know your guys' thoughts, because I would be more than happy to then just list them on our website at Pokemon USA. And then we could do $2.60 for Silver Tempest packs. So, why am I selling this case of Arceus V figure collection? I mean, I have financial advice opinion. When am I selling it? We're never leaving. We're never selling. It's going to the moon. No, I mean, as terms of taking profits, here's my thing, man. In terms of how you're going to sell the Arceus V figure collection, right? You're going to more than likely try and sell it off as a case. if you are going to try and sell it off as a case, I think that once it hits $50, if you would like, you can start taking profits. Now, being the greedy individual that you can be by listening to me in terms of if there's a new reprint, then I can let you know ahead of time, hey, is there a reprint coming? Oh, yes, there is. It's probably time to sell. You can be as greedy as you want with this product, especially it not being a booster box product. I'm less fearful of this one getting a reprint by far. And so there's a high possibility that you could see this run up to $50, $60, $70 within the next 6 months to year, and you could just be sitting pretty with it, like, in all honesty, you know. Obviously I don't have a crystal ball, but that's just kind of what I would say with that. I would definitely say it based on how rapidly it's climbed from $25 all the way up to $38, which doesn't seem like a lot, but once again, 50% increase. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw it double and hit 50 within the next 6 months. I think that's pretty conservative to say. Tyrone, make it $2.69 and we'll start talking. Next peak Pokemon FOMO should be Q4 2024. Q4 2024. I mean, what? 20th anniversary of Pokemon was in 2021. 2022, 2023, 2024. It's not a 30th anniversary coming up. Why do you think that should be the peak FOMO? Because it's Q4 of 2024 and it has a good ring to it? The thing about the low-cost product like Arceus V, the shipping cost is going to be higher value, so you get your profits to pay higher. Exactly, Lord Narwhal. That's why I'm saying that if you want to, you can sell it at 50, but personally, I would not, because you can, like I said, you can be greedy with it because it's probably not going to get a reprint, and then two, it is a lower-cost item, so it's going to realize a lot higher minimum shipping charges when you compare it relatively to the value of what it's worth, right? Because obviously, if you're saying, oh, a booster box is $100, right? Let's say, for the sake of the argument, it's $100. You're selling it for $150, and it's going to cost you $10 to ship. That's roughly going to be around a 6% take of your overall shipping cost. Versus if you say, okay, I'm going to ship out one Arceus. We'll not say a case. We're just going to say one Arceus. It's going to cost you probably $5 to ship out. And if you're doing the math and you're selling it for 38, that's like 14%, 13% take just purely off of the shipment. And it's half the price of what it costs to ship a booster box. So extremely important to take into consideration. Should I be holding or selling PC ETBs for celebrations? You said OC, but I assume you meant PC. I mean, as far as it goes, volume. So the product itself is obviously sitting at 110. It's been very sideways. You don't have to sell it at 110 if you don't want to. I made my initial sale a while ago at 115, and by a while ago I mean like when it hit 115, I was like, yo, if this goes up, great. If not, I'm just gonna sell now 115 and almost double my money that I bought this at. So it was very much like, hey, I could use some liquidity right now. And not to mention too, I was transitioning from moving from Oregon to Arizona, so like, as you guys are aware, I had to liquidate a large portion of my back stock. Like, I bought so many Celebration ETBs, so many of them. And that was something that I just had to liquidate because I was planning on moving. So that was a huge factor. Theme decks come with packs. Some of the older ones do, Southern. Some of the older Sun and Moon XY era ones. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, I'm pretty certain it was in the deals. I could be wrong. I mean, you can just at people, and someone part of the deals. At our deal finder. You can look up deal finder role. Sheik Tall will tell you about it. He will be the one to tell you about it. I think Scarlet Violet will be the new low for Pokemon TCG hot take. The new low? What do you mean by the new low there, average player? Older ones did, some of the older ones did. Liquidity, interest rates, and new game leaks should be around the corner. Interesting, I see what you're saying. Selling local on Facebook Marketplace only using cash viable. I would say that definitely cash viability for local marketplace is huge. I mean, if you can get away with Craigslist, sure, go for it, but it's very unlikely. Same concept with Mercari. But yeah, I would say cash viability, Facebook Marketplace is definitely usually the way to go. You know what? That would actually be kind of a cool concept. What if you made a website or like a marketplace that was purely catered towards collecting and flipping Pokemon product locally? I don't know what the market would be for that, because you presume that everyone on it is going to be extremely highly informed, but I hear all the time, like, how do I liquidate my product without having to spend money on shipment and fees? I don't know, something to consider. Hey, financial advisor Eli. Do you think it's a good idea to insure all my Pokemon product and then burn down my house to avoid fees and shipping costs? Narwhal, my man. I hope there's some federal agents listening right now, because yes, I think insurance fraud, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, is a big brain play. Watch the Fed be on me. IRS, I get a call from there. Yeah, we heard insurance fraud. What did you just say? Yeah, it's going to be 10 years plus. Goodbye to your future life. Oh, please don't take this out of context. Should I burn down my house to avoid shipping fees? That's just so funny to think about when you say it out loud like that. Trying to find where they talked about in the Discord. Like I said before, ask Shiktel. He will tell you about it. And in his roles as at Deal Finder. Hey guys, how's it going? Eli here, back from Oregon State Prison, where today we're going to be doing a Pokemon break where I try not to get shanked, and every time I get a pull, I take in the butt. No, I'm just kidding. Without further ado, I don't really want to jump into this, but we're going to. Let's jumpsuit into this. Like... just that we'll see a downtrend demand of buyers. Yes, I can totally see that average player. I mean, let's be honest here. Base set is usually a direction in which it's focused more on the competitive side of things. It's kind of a fresh start for the meta, so they're going to be more focused on that than they are going to be at the collector investor type at the first couple of sets. So it wouldn't surprise me if you could see a momentum slow down, which is why more than likely what they're doing is they're banking on the fact that they're going to make Sword and Shield, the initial first two sets, terrible, but from a playability perspective, awesome. And then for the general market, in terms of the collector side, they're hoping that they're going to wave out, based on what we've just seen, all of our product for Crown Zenith, and that's going to keep people invested in it. Because you have to think about it, it is going to be multiple wave. It's going to come out in like end of January, February, and then it's going to continuously wave out Crown Zenith product until May. So they're really trying to squeeze it out to keep people invested, because they are predicting more than likely that's the first two Scarlet and Violet sets are going to bomb. I need financial advice on arson. That's so funny. Hey, as long as you don't get caught, you did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's wisdom right there, baby. No. Knockout boxes. Oh yeah, knockout box has been crazy. In Rite Aid with 2 packs of Cosmic inside the month of December. Ooh, check that out. Pokemart TCG says. All those STCs sold out the Arceus V-Boxes and Premier Balls. Sounds like Ultra Balls are the next best option for Cosmic. You think so, John? I trust John on this one, man. John knows what's up. Just that will, I think you're right on that one, average player. I need to make an NFT for PSA and Beckett, or become an NFC chip salesman and tell PSA and Beckett to implement NFC if there are cases by scanning to buy your phone to verify an app or something. There's definitely a lot of app implementations and AI integration I think would be really cool to see in the future. I'm curious if Scarlet and Violet focuses more on EX cards than alt arts, because bet that they would have people going back to buy Sword and Shield. Nah, I doubt it. They know their market. They know that people love alt arts. I mean, think about it this way, guys. We had alt arts with GX cards. Obviously, the designs are not the same, but we had alt arts, whether you look at it that way or not. We've had alt arts with V, VMAX, V-Star. So we've had 4 different types of cards have different designs for general, just alternate art design. So I think the future is going to be EX alt arts. Has there been a reprint for Arceus V figure boxes? Because there's a shop selling loads for £25 in the UK. No, there hasn't been, but also UK market is completely different from the US market, Sam. So you have to take that into consideration. And obviously, when you look at it in that regard, £25 is what, $29 in the United States. If I'm correct, I don't know where the market is. It's constantly changing, like 25, 28. Oh, $30. Wow. Yeah, there you go. $30.90 to be exact, so it's even more expensive than I realized. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, but that's still not a bad price. I mean, if you're talking about UK standards. But yeah, Altards are going to be in the new first few sets, but something new is going to come out in the second half. You think? I don't... In the first few sets? I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, like, look at Sword and Shield base and look at Cosmic, Hidden Fates, and all those things, right? They had alt arts in Cosmic, they had alt arts in Unified, they had alt arts in Broken, right? They didn't have alt arts in Sword and Shield. Just something to consider. You know? Second half, I definitely would presume we're going to get alt arts, but I don't know. I'd be interested to see if they take a backseat in the artwork to start. I think the financial crisis will lead to less spending income, electricity prices, housing crash, cost of living are skyrocketing in Europe, and the rest of the world will lead to shifting. Yeah, no, definitely for sure. I mean, we've been talking about this forever, man. We all know how it is. Have your stream Siege singles arrived? The last one actually just arrived yesterday, Tyrone. So I'm going to be doing the giveaway stream relatively soon here. I just need to plan out how I'm going to structure that. Like, I'm going to take all the cards and then I'm going to lay it out. And then I'm going to do, all right, what am I going to get to first place, second place, and then third place? I think is how I'm going to do it. So based on the raffle. It'll just be for the next stream. I'll just basically just kind of do what I usually do for my giveaways on Mondays. Next stream will be like, all right, guys, I'm announcing the winners for Steam Siege. So if you're here for this and you entered in, here are the top 3. And of course, I will never allow repeat winners. Because first and foremost, Northwoods donated like $300, so his name's gonna pop up quite a bit, and you're just gonna see him. Northwoods, and Northwoods. All right, Northwoods wins everything. Wow, $300 for a $1,000 investment, pretty good deal. Because that's what we had. We had like $1,000 buy into it, and he bought $300 worth. So it's like, okay, that's pretty good. I can just Google this, but I'd rather you Google it for me. How many Scarlet and Violet base set cards are out? I'm going all in on the waifus this year, baby. How many Scarlet and Violet base set cards are out? I don't know actually what's been revealed yet. I mean, yeah, we've got really no information as far as how many are out yet, other than obviously what we've seen image-wise. So it'll be interesting to see. But let's find out real quick on Poke Beach. Wow, wait, nice. I love when things aren't loading. Don't you guys? You love lag. I love lag. TPCI award 6 Pokemon. I mean, what is this news, man? I don't know. Like, there's not exact numbers. Like, if we go and look, we can like try and count ourselves. Nestball's Secret lightly played, going for $47, and market price is $14.85. Kind of weird, or just people rushing? I mean, I think it's a little bit of both, Antonio. I think people rushing, honestly. Do you think the popularity of Switch games will help the next era? Oh yes, huge help, huge help. I feel like Switch games and the cards quite literally can go hand in hand with one another. in terms of correlation. So I mean, look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 cards revealed. So we've got about 25 cards revealed so far, roughly. And appears. But yeah, I think it'll definitely play a huge factor there, Tyrone, because I mean, if you look at just general popularity when it comes to eras, obviously a huge amount of individuals, you know, the older generation, really despised the Diamond and Pearl era because they thought Diamond and Pearl era cards sucked. And in the grand scheme of things, you know, I am a little biased, but the truth of the matter is it wasn't the best. And so for that reason, a lot of people expected Level X cards to be worth crap. But obviously, if you are going to look at how they have been performing most recently, it's been incredible to see the absolute skyrocket in Level X card pricing. And that predominantly just comes down to the fact of the matter that they are just straight up not taking into account that there was a whole generation of individuals that grew up during the recession of '08. And what did they do to distract themselves while their parents were the ones dealing with all the financial burdens and the kids not having to, of course, know the reality of what was going on? They played their Pokemon games, and that was Platinum, Diamond, Pearl, Heart, Gold, Soul, Silver. So this makes sense, man. That's why you saw huge price increases and directly in that era. And I think you're going to see the exact same thing happen with the Sword and Shield era, man. There's going to be that nostalgia that always plays a factor into things, especially that was the kids that grew up in the COVID era and they were stuck at home. And what did they do with their free time? They collected Pokemon and they played Scarlet and Violet and they played Sword and Shield. Like, you know, Sword and Shield is going to be the game that came out during the the COVID lockdowns, and then Scarlet and Violet is going to be the game that comes out around the same time as the next upcoming, downward period of the economy. So there's always going to be times in which kids are going to be locked in, and hopefully, in theory, you would like to hope, cultural differences aside, there's a level of innocence to children trying to be consumed with products and items, while their parents are, of course, trying to keep the innocence alive within them. And I think that's going to be Pokemon games and cards going hand in hand. Shiny alt arts is definitely something I've thought about, Southern Rainbow. I definitely think it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible you could see something like that happen. I thought about it. I just don't know what that would look like art-wise, because I feel like it would be a little too much. It could be all over the place, because I feel like the art design, I mean, you could totally do it. I don't know. I'd be interested to see. How do you think tool cards not been item cards anymore, starting with Scarlet and Violet? I don't know. It really just depends on how they're going to change the mechanic of that altogether. But to be fair, Antonio, this is the first time I've heard this from a competitive standpoint, so I didn't realize they were changing the way in which they do it. But I mean, it'll obviously, like language always changes things, and the way in which we look at it in terms of the competitive game. So I would say that it gives less flexibility for the most part. Whether it be searching for a trainer card in your hand, because now you're gonna have to get specific. It's gonna have to be a tool card. What was I reading now? Okay, I say one last thing and go to the gym. CVS has a Care Pass program. Pay $5 per month, get $10 coupon for in-store. Basically a free booster every month, FYI. Hey, not a bad deal. Check it out, guys, if you are someone that is interested in CVS. Check it on out. But yeah, no, it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. The market is drastically shifting these days, and we obviously always are going to have to be informed with it. We're always going to have to stay in the loop. So, but yeah, no, I know I touched on it briefly. I heard a couple of people make jokes about it, but in all seriousness, man, I'm thinking I'm going to make an announcement pretty soon here. Just for the I don't know if end of the month is right, just because it's around the holiday time, but I was thinking about setting up a break for Silver Tempest coming up soon if people are interested in that. So $2.60, like I said, is what I'm thinking pack price, which I think, considering the fact that prices on booster boxes are going up, I don't know. I think people will buy into it, but I could also be completely wrong on that. So, but only time will tell with that. We will see. We will see. And like I said, I would definitely love to get your guys' thoughts on it. Maybe I should put a poll up and see. Here we go. Ask my community. Can you do vintage booster box breaks? Steven says. Yes, I can. We actually used to do that, Steven, where I would do vintage booster box breaks, and how I would run it is I would make it so that anyone that wanted to buy in could, and I would literally break even. So for me, it's like, how do I want to say this? I definitely can do vintage for sure. But I would straight up just buy it and resell it at the same price to you guys. You know, it's possible. Yes, but a different set so far. No, just new set releases. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place for the 5 people who voted. I don't know. I mean, if you guys are more interested in me doing vintage, I can. It's just hard because it's so much more of a commitment in that regard, because financially speaking, it's a lot easier for me because I have access to distribution prices for me to, like, you know, give you guys better pricing. But obviously I can't give you wholesale access pricing for non-vintage packs. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be like, all right guys, I'm gonna sell Silver Tempest booster boxes for like $90, 92, 93 bucks. And people are like, cool, good deal. But I can't be like, hey guys, I'm gonna give you Cosmic Eclipse breaks for, you know, $86, 90 bucks. Like, that's not gonna happen. It's gonna be 600. Which, if you guys, I mean, if you guys are okay with that and willing to buy into it, then sure, that's obviously one thing. But I would just need to see a huge demand for that, obviously. You know what's kind of interesting? I don't know if you guys, any of you guys have noticed this, but whether you guys are lingering or not, I have yet to see a single moderator today. It's quite interesting. However, I have also yet to see a single spam bot today, so also quite interesting. We're usually getting a lot of spam bots these days. So no Koga, no Raheem, no Mr. John Boy, no Mr. Trav. Interesting day with some quiet mods. And this is when the bots all come out. They're like, now's the time. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm definitely open to it. You know where my philosophy is, guys. If it's something you want, then I'm here to offer it. You don't have wholesale pricing for base set boosters boxes? What the heck, bro? What a scammer. Yo, Soy Aki. Yo, hey, he's here. He's just lurking. Will the Sword and Shield set be more valuable after the announcement of silver borders in the next set? More than likely, yeah, I would say so, Roy. It's entirely possible that you could see the price of it go up because of the... Well, honestly, here's what my opinion is, Roy. I think, yes, it will more than likely go up long term just because it's going to be that era of yellow borders. But if we get a reprint and the product itself is silver borders, then it's going to just explode. It's going to be so parabolic. It's going to be bad, like bad. Now, if you're an investor, you might get excited about it, but like for me personally, I don't think that's good for the hobby. I think it would make more sense is you reprint the yellow borders and then you bring the silver for the new era. That's what I think you do. Poke Department says, working hard. Gotta hire some new ones. What do you mean hire some new ones? What do you mean by that? Scratch them. But yeah, no, it's yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see when the new era comes out. But so many questions, as per usual, guys. So many questions is what's going to happen, and so little answers. Shout out to the Pokemon Company, as per usual. I love how people are in the Discord right now asking about which packs have modern in them, or which modern theme decks have packs in them. It's not modern. It is older packs. New mods, I'm guessing. Not really. I mean, gosh, we've had some old mods. We've had oh, I forgot to say Jayon too. Raheem, I think was, oh, who was our first mod? I want to say Travis. Koga, then Raheem, then John Boy, I want to say. That sound about right in terms of our mods when they came out? Modding in the labor of love. I mean, what's the Scratchin' was referencing? Oh, gotta hire some new ones. Wow, I'm done. Yeah, right? These guys are slackers. What the heck? Scratchin' are you throwing your ring in the hat, or your hat in the ring? Is that what I'm hearing? Scratchin' want to be a mod? No. I mean, as long as we have one here, that's all that matters. That's the whole thing. Which, for the most part, usually Koga and John Boy are always at least here. And then from time to time, Raheem and Jayon and some of the other mods will be here. So, but it doesn't happen consistently, obviously. But it's interesting, too, guys. If you guys have been... how much Steam Siege do I need to buy to become a mod? Whoa! You need to buy $1,000 worth of Steam Siege right now. You're going to buy all of the Steam Siege that I bought for the giveaway, and you're going to buy it all right here, right now, and we're all going to make money off of you. That's how we do it. I would, but I'm mostly a background guy. Yeah, no, exactly. And it's tough, too, because, like, most of the mods that I have here are the ones that are consistently active in the chat. But, I mean, obviously, it's nice to have you here. I wouldn't be surprised if I could throw you an OG status if you aren't already one. I like to give out OG status to a lot of people, which will obviously have a lot of better long-term implications in the future. But have you guys, by the way, seen these the most recent news of what's going on today for Pokemon? It's been so slow for Pokemon news. Like, don't get me wrong, like, oh yeah, like, it's exciting to see news for what's changing in the world of Pokemon. You know, Pokemon new card designs, Pokemon new sets and stuff, but it's other than that, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm just saying it from my perspective, but Eli made us donate $2,000 to be mods. Oh, you didn't? Yeah, you guys didn't know that? They had to pay with their money to become a mod. They had to beg me to become a mod. John actually stayed at my house for a week, and he made me home cooked meals a week straight. That was the test. Like, I Gordon Ramsay them, dude. Wrath of Zapdos. Oh, geez. Yeah, no, I definitely really like the OG status. I think it's cool. And I told you guys long-term implications for what that's going to mean. So there'll be a lot of status benefits to that in the future. So you guys are actually going to be some of our first demo testers for some of the future implementations we're going to have in terms of UI software we're going to be rolling out. So it's definitely exciting. It's definitely exciting. So, and you know, you'll have some other access perks and rewards that you'll be able to do. So Eli loves his waffles. That is true. I'm a huge waffle guy. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is one of my favorite restaurants of all time. For any of you guys that don't know that, it is freaking amazing. Also, I love the fact that Poke Beach is just not loading. It's a fine and dandy time right now. There is no John Boy anymore, Eli. He's Pokemon Department Store. I know, I'm sorry, guys. But he's just John Boy in my heart. Plus, if I call him Pokemon Department Store, then what am I? Just another shill that's advertising for his Pokemon Department Store on Instagram at Pokemon Department Store. Like, I'm not that kind of person that's just going to plug Pokemon Department Store consistently. Like, I'm just going to say, hey, I've known him as John Boy. I mean, I don't want my mods to be making money, obviously. I want them to be free slave labor, and I get the most out of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. They make me waffles in the morning, pay me $2,000 to become a mod. It's like an OnlyFans relationship. That's how it should feel. You pay money to talk to me. Hopefully you guys know I'm kidding. Literally, as I was making that joke too, I was trying to pull up his Instagram so I could actually like flash him some publicity, and straight up my computer is just not loading anything at this point, and it's really frustrating. But yeah, go check him out on his Instagram. He's got some really cool mystery products. He does a lot of candles if you're into smelling what a Bulbasaur smells like, so something to consider. Any thoughts on One Piece Romance Dawn? Seems to be pretty hype right now. My opinion is that I've had a lot of people ask me about what my thoughts are on One Piece, and yet I know nothing about it because I'm not into really One Piece. That's kind of not my thing. And slave labor, sign me up, Steven says. Oh my gosh. Here's my thing, guys. Before I answer your question, Patrick, one of the things I've found very interesting, the amount of times I've read, I just gained 12 followers. Let's go. Actually, Pokemon Department Store? Heck yeah, shout out to you. One of the things I do find quite funny is that I will make a joke like that. Like, I will literally be like, yeah, I'm a financial advisor, Steam Siege to the moon. And I'll say that jokingly. And then I will get a comment in the comment section and be like, wow, Eli, you think Steam Siege is a good investment? And then you say that big brain moves? That's some dangerous things to say. I can't believe you said that. And I'm be like, yo, are you like not aware that I'm being sarcastic? It's crazy to me. So please understand, I'm extremely sarcastic, and a lot of stuff, it seems to be, gets taken out of context for no apparent reason as to why. I love One Piece. Yes, the never-ending show of One Piece. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where I've seen a lot of people ask me questions about One Piece, like, hey, will you get One Piece product? My biggest fear, and I talked to my partner about this today, specifically for the LGS, is we have also had some decent amount of demand when it comes to One Piece product. Right now we can get it, but we can get it at MSRP prices because that's the demand. It's so high. So we would have to resell it above MSRP at market to make value off of it. And that's where it becomes quite difficult for us because there's not really a value to us obviously flipping and selling it if, for example, we're obviously trying to make it as affordable as possible for you guys, and we ourselves aren't even able to buy it at wholesale. We have to buy it at MSRP. Not to mention, too, I don't know which distributors at the moment carry One Piece. That's kind of one of the biggest things. If I can get a distributor that carries One Piece and I can, get the product affordably, then obviously we can have a conversation about that, but we have to get there first. I didn't know it was a store. I'm going to get one of the coasters. Yeah, dude, no, it's straight up. My Premier Balls just got here, Vivid Voltage Pack, and you got a fat Pikachu? There you go. There you go, Narwhal. I attribute my luck to you. Well, shout out to you on that one, Narwhal. That's pretty pog. I'm stoked. Oh, I just got the joke. You got flagged, by the way, so I'm the only one that could read that comment. That's why I read it out loud for everyone with my filters on. I get it. I get the joke now. I was like, did you get the rainbow? Oh yeah, you got the rainbow one. You got the rainbow one. I just got that. I just got that now. That's so funny. But yeah, Premier Balls, I wouldn't be surprised if they start going out of stock here. Why am I freezing? Look at how, have you guys noticed on my screen? Actually, you can't see it because my face cam is taking up it. But my my spinny wheel on the Poke Beach has just continuously spun and not stopped. You're all good, Narwhal. I didn't even make that up. That's what people were calling him early. Steven, I attribute my bad luck to me? Wow, that's rude. Hey, your boy gives out good luck. So if you're talking bad luck, I ain't that guy. I ain't the bad luck guy. I'm the good luck guy. Let's keep things a buck. Let's keep things at a buck, guys. I am the good luck guy, okay? When it comes to offering the best luck, that's me. That's me. Have you guys not seen the amount of amazing pulls that we've gotten from our breakers/mystery pack stuff? Thank you very much. We had someone pull a freaking Espeon Hollow from a heavy pack that I put in for them from the Plasma Freeze, and I was so jealous. They're out of stock on PC. Oh, that's big tough. I would love to check it out, but I probably can't because here, I'm going to internet tester. I'm going to do an internet test. Let's do an internet speed test, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I can even pull up an internet speed test. Like, it says I'm on a wired connection, and I can't even pull an internet speed test. Like, what is going on? Yeah, that sucks. Premier Ball's out of stock. But like John Doe was saying, it's entirely possible that the next thing after that is going to be the Ultra Ball. Like, I literally can't even pull it up, guys. That's how bad it is right now. Does your luck come with a guarantee? Hey, let's calm down there for a second. It does not come with a guarantee, Steve. It does not come with a guarantee. I wish it did. That'd be cool. Could you imagine if I could guarantee things? That would be a cool superpower. What is your superpower? I wish that if I ended a sentence with a guarantee that it would guarantee it to happen. I'm going to pull at least 20. I'm at least going to pull 20 Umbreon Altarts out of the next 20 packs. Guaranteed. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know, guys. We've had some fun internet issues today. I apologize. It seems as if some people say yes for the Silver Tempest and some people say yes but a different set. So I mean, it doesn't seem like 7% of you say no, just new set releases. So it seems like you all are interested regardless in a new, breaks, obviously. How they determine what packs the Pokeballs always confuse me. Oh, let's run a speed test, ladies and gentlemen. We can finally do it. Yeah, this is confusing to me. This makes zero sense. Someone please explain this to me. Like it ain't an internet problem. I mean, it's just a like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just a new print thing. So like, for example, the D21 variation is D21 just more or less means like winter Pokeballs came out 2021. So like, that's kind of one of the things that they took into consideration when printing that product, but there's not exactly like a direct method to their madness. Can you do a human benchmark test? What is that, Tyrone? I've heard of it. I'm familiar slightly with it, but I would love for you to elaborate a little bit more what you mean by that. But yeah, no, I mean, the packs are all over the place. Pokemon Company, I would say, for the most part, it was quite interesting that they decided to throw the Cosmic in Pokeballs. But, I mean, what else would they have thrown it in? Like, because they're trying to get rid of low demand product, and Pokeballs are not the highest demand of product. That is for certain. So many things going on at once. Like, why do we assume Ultra Balls may be the next Great Ball or regular Pokeball, etc.? More than likely because the D21 cases all have a certain theme in terms of the Pokeballs that are in it. So I would have to say that more than likely it just comes down to the fact that Ultra Balls were a part of the set of the Premier Balls that came in it, kind of like the Love Balls were their own unique set and the Dive Balls were their own unique set. And we know that the pack selection that originally came in the 3 set for the D21 did not obviously or had Cosmic. Well, the Dive Balls and Love Balls, they did not have Cosmic in it, right? So that's where the presumptions are made with that, where it's worth it picking up some over others. Also, according to my task manager, it literally is telling me that my memory and CPU storage being used is so minimal, which blows my mind. The fact of the matter that I am my computer is struggling right now, and it makes 0 sense to me, but you know how it is. You should do a Sun and Moon set ranking. Oh gosh, I won't do it on this stream. I'll do it on the next stream. Definitely because we're running a little, we would be running so late. If someone next stream wants to send me a link to, I'd be more than happy to do it. Ultra is Cosmic in one of the orders. There you go, Steven. Steven has you guys covered on that answer. It just tests random stuff like reaction speed, typing speed, memorizing, and other things like that. Ah, interesting. Well, considering it's 3 o'clock in Arizona, I have yet to eat any food today because I've been doing nothing but working since 10:30. Probably gonna do bad at the test. Do you have a favorite product for Crown Zenith, and how much should we be spending on ETBs? Yeah, so Patrick, in terms of my favorite product, I said the Zacian and Zamazente were my favorite products because I did like the shiny promos in it. I think those are really cool, and they come with a good amount of packs. In terms of general value, the mini tins are going to give you the most bang for your buck price-wise on how much you're going to get for your packs if you can get a good deal. But otherwise, you know, ETBs, man. I've been seeing them sell for like $40. So if you can get them for 40, 45 bucks, it's a great deal, obviously. I mean, I'm not going to fault you for getting an MSRP because they're cool. They're still cool products one way or another. But like, at the end of the day, it's definitely one of those things where it's one of those things where I think if you're looking at it from an opening perspective, obviously you're going to try and get it as cheap as possible. So, you know, go 40, 45 if you can go crazy with it. But if you're like looking at it from I just want to pick some up for investments and, you know, prices have started to go up, I'm not going to fault you for picking it up at 50. Bro, this has been a great stream. Oh, I appreciate that, Big Papa. I think ranking all the alt arts in the Sword Shield era video would go hard. Well, if someone wants to directly like a link for me to click on, then I would be more than happy to go in and create a ranking system for you guys in terms of one of the videos. Man, it'd be one of the most controversial videos I've ever made. The amount of people that would be like, I can't believe you ranked this low. I'm a bit behind now, but what are you now? But are you carrying any Digimon? That's a good question. Am I carrying Digimon? Let me double check. To my knowledge, I don't think I am. I am carrying Akora. I'm carrying Card Fight Vanguard, Final Fantasy, Flesh and Blood, Force of Will, Gator Ruler TCG, Jasco Games, Cryptic, Magic the Gathering, MetaZoo, Pokemon, Soul Forge, Universal Fighter System, Y Schwartz, Yu-Gi-Oh, I know for certain I carry all those now. Gate Ruler, Argent Saga, Dragonborn, Meta X, and then like Transformer and Warhammer type stuff. But very, very minimal of the last couple that I mentioned. So, but obviously, as you guys are aware, most of that product right now I just have on the Patreon list. Just because it makes the most sense right now to list it up there. But, you know, I could, of course, potentially add it up there for you guys on just general sale product. What was I going to say as well? Someone had said something. Oh, yes, ranking the alt arts. Yeah, I could definitely do something like that, but it might be a little controversial. One thing I will say, though, guys, is we are going to start wrapping things up. I know it's a little bit early, like 5-10 minutes early, but we're going to start wrapping things up here in the next couple of minutes. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. We've just been having so many freaking stream issues right now, and I keep trying to do and pull things up and try and engage with you guys, but I am absolutely struggling at this moment, so I do apologize for that. But, as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. And I will answer any of your guys' last couple of questions before we wrap things up. But yeah, man, just a fun overall day of just technical issues, which you gotta love it. Don't know what that's all about. Something new every day, though, that's for sure. Wouldn't be an Eli stream without technical difficulties. I don't even know how that happens. Like, I don't know how it consistently is just a thing. But what are you gonna do, I guess? Would you just want all the arts in like an IMG UR album or a tier list maker? I want it to be in a tier list maker, Tyrone, by far. Yeah, definitely a tier list maker. Smash those thumbs up, people. Yes, please. Well, alrighty, guys. I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Once again, thank you guys all so much for watching. You want to enter into weekly giveaways? Wait, actually, hold on one second. I was watching one of your videos and ended up in the